Right, evening. I thought I'd just come on for a little bit. Been doing a lot of gaming lately. Share the link out. Hello, Simon. How are you today? I hope you're doing fine, mate. So I thought I'd just come on for 10-20 minutes, have a little chat. I've not done much myself, to be honest with you, apart from I had my hair cut today because my hair was getting very long, all grey round the sides. My beard was like, getting a bit like Santa Claus. It was getting bloody long. And I always like to have a bit of a stubble or a bit of a beard anyway. But this was getting a bit too long for me. So I decided that in and out of hospital, I had to have a hospital appointment longer actually on my knees because my knees are buggered up. Got arthritis in both my kneecaps. So I can't get out and do a lot of walking about because I'm always in pain all the time. I'll get to that in a minute. Of course, saying that. Yeah, so today I went and had an haircut. £22. Cost of haircuts nowadays, like it's ridiculous. The cost of living nowadays, Me water bill's gone double because I had water leaks, and I've still not filled in a form which I've downloaded to get them to readjust my bill back to the original amount. It used to be 34, but it's now like 62. And I suppose to have filled out a form to get them to like readjust it because I've got evidence that the problems that were causing the water to leak have actually been fixed now. But I've just been too fucking lazy to like download and do it because I've been like so tired lately as well. Like I try to go to bed early, but I can't get to bed early. Like 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. The last week it was like 4-5 o'clock, kind of thing. And I'm sleeping like halfway through the day. I do try to go to bed sometimes early if I can. If I'm very, very tired, then I try to go around about 1 o'clock time. But I still would tend to like lay in bed after fucking day because I'm too bloody tired. Hello, Jamie. How's it going? So, yeah, like half the day's gone, Tom. I fucking got up. So all I normally do is watch YouTube videos, some movies, play Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PlayStation 5 console. I've been playing that quite a lot recently. I did have it downloaded a while ago actually, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but after like rewatching it and researching it, it is a fucking good game, and I've got it on. Although I've not installed it on my Xbox 360, I do have the Xbox 360 version of Red Dead 1 and Red Dead Undead. Those two I've not played. I've got it on Xbox X Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't have Red Dead 1 on Xbox at the moment. But I might get it, because I am collecting, various different formats of the game. I've got it on PlayStation 4, Xbox X, as I say. I've only got Red Dead Redemption 2 on that. On PlayStation 4, I've got it Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2. They never brought out Red Dead Undead on Xbox X or on PlayStation 4 that I know of. I have just found out that the Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually being remastered for PlayStation 5, and people can download it free if they got the original copy on PlayStation 4 and upgrade it to like the remastered for the PlayStation 5. And that's due out on my birthday, would you believe, on the 2nd of December. So that'd be a nice little treat for me. So I won't have to pay for it. You can actually play it on Netflix, apparently, if you've got a Netflix account. It is a really good game, actually. I've got so engrossed in it. It's been like keeping me a little bit busy during the daytime. All I was supposed to be still sorting out my rooms, and I still haven't done it. So I do have arthritis in my left hand as well, and I still have back issues quite a lot. So it's hard for me to bend down and pick up boxes and do this and do that. So usually I'm just sitting here doing fuck all half the time, just playing games. Yep, 10 years. I remember playing Red Dead Redemption on Xbox back in 2011. Yeah, it's quite an old game now. They are contemplating considering and doing Red Dead Redemption 3, but people are like, saying, "Oh, that won't be out for a good number of years yet." Some say 2050, some say like 2028, some say it's 2030. I said, well, I'm not going to miss it if I'm fucking dead and buried. I'm only on 88.8% of the game at the moment. So I played through Arthur. I've done the prologue. I've done the 2 episodes with John. And when you've done those with John, you can continue playing the game with John. And there's very limited like missions you can do. But you can still go out and loot stuff, do chain robberies, bank robberies, catching the legendary fish, looking for the treasure maps and stuff like that. So I've been doing that actually. But before I started the story mode with Arthur, I was on like the free roam, and I stopped playing that because I found that a little bit not too much difficult, but you got to reach level 5 on your naturist section before you can actually run around and like put a campfire down wherever you want to. I'm only just coming up to level 3, so every time I have to like log off, I have to like get myself to the main camp, which is one camp only, wherever it is in the map, and then like save it and log out that way. And sometimes when you get there, it doesn't automatically save. So you're thinking that the game's saving on the free roam game. And when you log back in, you're completely miles away from where you're supposed to be. And you lose half the stuff sometimes as well. So if you've gone out hunting animals and getting the pelts, sometimes you lose those. And I find it a little bit annoying that even when you're not on free roam and you finish your story mode and you finish like the 2 episodes with John and then you carry on with John, if you go out hunting and you've got like a load of like pelts on the back of your horse, if you die, you lose it all. So I tend to keep trying to remember to save the game before I go and do something stupid like running around on the horse and shooting everyone. And like I've had the highest bounty on me, like $1,500 in game, several times because I just like got so fed up doing what I was doing. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go around shooting everyone, with grenade arrows, and like Molotovs and shotguns and shit. It's a fun game. They reckon that when the update comes out, it's going to be 60 frame rate instead of 30 frame rate because at the moment we're all running 30 frames. And being remastered, it might make it look a bit more better. So yeah, like that's coming out on December the 2nd, so I will be downloading that and updating it, and hopefully I can check the videos because like my videos have been a bit shit on there at the moment. It used to be a lot, sometimes it used to be very pixely, and for some reason you keep getting that like little echo. So when you're hearing like John talking to an NPC, it's like, yeah, hello, what did you doing today, kind of thing. It's not as bad as that, but it's got that slight echo, and it's fucking annoying. And I've gone through all my settings, I still couldn't find out how to do it. Oh yeah, the lion. The lion is like on that episode, the where you had to help that circus guy, and he's saying it's just a dog, dressed up as a lion fucking thing, and like you go and hunt lion down, it's a proper fucking lion. The zebra isn't a zebra, is a fucking donkey painted stripes, kind of thing. Um, and there was one other animal, I can't remember what it was, but there's three animals you had to go and find. The donkey was the zebra, or the zebra was a donkey. The lion wasn't a dog dressed up; it was an actual lion. Um, and yeah, I got fucking torn apart by that a few times when I was trying to get it. Twice I think I got killed by it. The wolves in the game are right pain in the ass. Like even when you got red eye on, and like you turn around, it's all slow motion. You're trying to shoot the bloody wolves. They get underneath your feet and like underneath the horse, and it's impossible to kill them. And when the horse bucks you, like you got 4 or 5 wolves on top of you, it's hard to bloody kill them, kind of thing. And once you're dead, if you hadn't saved the game before that, you lose everything on your horse apart from all the weapons and you're like, in your saddle, but all the pelts, you lose it all. So I tend to try to save the game before I do anything, like stupid or, like climbing a fucking mountain, to get to a loot box or something. And I know I'm going to keep falling down and probably ending up killing myself. I always reload back to that last save point, and just keep doing it until I've done the damn thing. Just caught couple of legendary fish, one last night when I was playing, one this evening. Been trying to catch this perch. I can't find the fucking thing. I caught like 2 other fish in the lake, small ones. I can't find the perch, so I had to do a YouTube video, like search on that today. And I've got a rough idea where it is now. But I'm trying to find out what people are catching on, what kind of lure. And, the videos while I'm watching, all you're seeing is that, they've casting out, the line. They're not telling you, what lure to use, which is annoying. But a lot of the stuff, like when I've been around looking for like treasure, and I've got the map and I think, well, that map ain't really much help to me. Where the fucking hell is the treasure? So I had to like YouTube it and find out exactly where the treasure is to go and get the treasure. And some trinkets as well, or like the pirate sword and the pirate hat, which I've now have got in my inventory. Well, I think so. I think I might have lost the pirate hat, but I think they do respawn every so often. But yeah, that's all I've been doing this game. I've been watching videos on Red Dead Redemption. I've been watching some cooking. Well, not cooking, but cooking chat. It's more like food challenges. Where people go out and like try to eat the biggest challenge out there, and if they win it, they don't have to pay for it. And they might get like a free T-shirt or a cup or something. So I've been watching quite a lot of that as well. There's a 2 of them. There's Big Beard, something I can't remember his last name. And then there's another one. He's English, and then there's a American one, Noel something. So I've been watching those. But if I don't fancy watching anything on YouTube, I'll just sit and watch some movies on Netflix or on Amazon, kind of thing. But I've been watching more on Netflix because they seem to have a few more decent movies than Amazon at the moment. I'm trying to find a website where I might be able to go and watch that new Alien movie, the Predator one, which came out early this year, didn't it? Early this month. the new Predator one. So I want to watch that. I was actually going to treat myself to go to the cinema and watch it actually, but I thought, nah, fuck it, I probably feel a bit uncomfortable, because the thing with me now, I don't want to be like with anyone, I've been on my own so fucking long, I've got used to it, apart from when we kids come around, that ain't too bad, but going out, being next to someone, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Even on a bus, I just don't. I've got to go out, do my shopping, but when I'm on a bus, I feel like, claustrophobic in one way. I just, and also like, it's not just, like claustrophobic, being in that tight space. You got people like today when I was coming home, this woman behind me coughing, coughing, coughing. Oh yeah, that's fucking all right for you. Keep coughing over the back of me. I was going to turn around and say, "Can you cough somewhere else, please?" But I've kept my mouth shut and just sat there because I tell you that bus what I came home on. The one going to Mitcham was nice and warm, but on the way back, the bus coming back was colder inside than it was outside in the actual open air. It was like a fucking like refrigerator in that box, and I had my jacket like this over my fucking ears, and trying to keep warm. I'm sitting there shivering. No, I was going to get up and ask the driver to put the heater on, but I thought no, it's only like a 10-minute ride. So like as soon as I got home, fucking cup of coffee in here, fan heater blowing, warmed myself up a little bit. But yeah, I just been like I say like watching movies, playing games, and that's it really. I ain't really done much else apart from like make a few important phone calls which I like to make. But apart from that, no, so my knees have been hurting a lot. My hand, my left hand, I can't really grip. At one time I couldn't even close my hand, but I can close it now. But I can't like grip stuff with it. I can't carry a book with it. You know, even a cup, I can't even hold a cup properly with it. So if I put a full cup of drink in it, that cup will just like kind of like slide and all the fluid will fall out. I can pinch stuff, like I can pick up a bit of paper or pen, although I don't write with my left hand, I write with my right hand, but I can pick up stuff with these two things in grip. But I just don't have much feeling in these three fingers here. I don't know why. It's just like a lot of the time it feels cold and numb. And someone did say, "Oh, well, that's arthritis as well," kind of thing. So maybe I've got some kind of arthritis in those three fingers, but I can't grip stuff properly with it. Even with a book, I can probably pick a book up with it, but I can only hold it for like a few seconds, 2, 3, 5 seconds, kind of thing, before I have to like swap it over with my right hand, kind of thing. Even an empty plate, when I take an empty plate out, it's not so bad if the plate isn't like, a heavy plate. If it's like a light plastic plate or something, I can just grip it with these two fingers, like the finger and thumb, and I can carry it out that way. But when I'm using like a heavier plate, I've got to carry it with my right hand, kind of thing. And I've been getting a lot of like hay fever issues again lately. Um, it's just been like fucking shit lately, to be honest with you. I did have a text message from my daughter saying that they wanted to come and see me, but I was just too fucking ill for anyone to come around. I had a bit of a sniffle, and I was coughing a little bit, and I didn't want to like pass. And I had a lot of stomach bugs as well. I mean, a lot of stomach bugs. Going to the doctors, well, not the doctors, but the chemist, getting like Imodium, because I had like, I don't know what was going on, but for like nearly 2 months, my stomach, it felt like a stomach cramp most of the time. And like, when I'm not trying to be, disgusting, but, watery crap, kind of thing. And like, what diarrhea is like, I had a lot of diarrhea for 2 months, but it suddenly like cleared up. I ain't got it no more. So, I've been kind of like trying different foods as well, like eating more kind of like fruit, a little bit more vegetables, kind of thing. But it's cleared up now. Or like I had to try to put my knees up sometimes, my legs up on the table to stretch them a little bit. Because if I have my legs just like normal, on the floor, feet on the floor, but like that's the way my legs are now, like that kind of thing. But if I put them down like normal, and that's the knee will start cramping up after a little while. So I have to keep like moving my fucking legs about. And as you see, I've got all these fucking games here that I need sorting out. I've got probably about 6 different. It's the same game, Red Dead Redemption, but the inlays are slightly different. Either the back's different of the print, or the front's slightly different at the back. So I've been trying to like get different versions, different inlays of the Red Dead Redemption. I was going to get a T-shirt, a poster, and a mouse mat, but I thought, no, that's costing money that way, ain't it, really? Not saying I won't get it, but I might get it next year. I don't know. I was going to get like one of these statue things, but 209 quid. Fuck that. I ain't paying 209 quid for an Arthur Morgan fucking statue. And it's only one of those small ones like that big. But you get like, different little gun holsters, little guns and shit like that with it. And I was watching the guy on YouTube the other day who's actually just bought one. And he like paid more than 200. I think he paid like 350 fucking dollars for it. I thought, you fucking idiot. But he does collect different ones, He collects like horror ones, sci-fi ones, all different kind of like models. The only thing I did buy, apart from the game, and I've not even read them. This one is all just like text, and I'm not really a book reader, but I bought it anyway. Red Dead Redemption Complete Guide. And then I bought the Red Dead Redemption 2 Complete Guide. But this one has actually got pictures in it, which is a bit more kind of like interesting. But I've not read them. I just bought them just, to add to the collection, really. I ain't got nowhere to put them, so I just stuck them there for now. But I did play a little bit of Hunter Call of Wild the other day. They've got a new DLC with like feeders on, which I paid for, and still didn't give me much better of a game. To be honest, nothing was going to my fucking feeders. Way of the Hunter are working on a new version, Way of the Hunter 2. When that's due out, I don't know, but I probably will get it if it comes out on disc, because I'd rather have this version than the digital version. Most of my games I'd like playing are on disc. There might be a few which ain't on disc, but I prefer to get the physical disc version. So if the computer goes down and I lose my account on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, then at least I can then just install it again through the actual console. But apart from that, I've not really done nothing. No, it's been going on in here. As you know, I've come all the way from the paranormal anyway. I'll just get the channel up so people can watch some of the old videos if they wanted to. I had no payment from AdSense for 2 years, so that's because no one's watching the channel. Even though I still got 2.7k subscribers, no one is watching it. And I don't understand this. It says, like, join the conversation to interact. Oh, I don't know. What else was there? Oh, last night I felt like a little tug on the old bed sheet, but that just might have been my imagination. Because like my imagination does kind of like it tend to run about a little bit sometimes. I have so many weird fucking dreams. It's unbelievable. Like I keep thinking or keep dreaming that I'm going to go out one day and forget where I actually live, and I'm going to like start panicking. You know, I think I've got a slight touch of dementia because I do forget a lot of stuff. Like, as you know, my dad died with dementia and Alzheimer's. My mum's got dementia. I think I've got a touch of dementia because I can't remember what I did yesterday half the time. I've got like, when I go out now, I had this made on eBay a few years ago. It's just like, one of these dog chain things. And I put my name, address, and telephone number on it. It's only one-sided. I can't even fucking read it, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's got my name on it. Then it's got my address and my phone number. So if ever I went out and forgot where I fucking lived, at least I can ask someone to point me to the right direction or get me a taxi to bring me to my address. Because I went out the other day and I practically forgot what bus I had to come back home with, kind of thing. I thought, well, if I forgot what bus I need to get, how the hell am I going to get back home? But then suddenly just like came back to me thinking, yeah, I need a 45 or 255 or a 60, to get me back home, kind of thing. But yeah, I tell you, sometimes I forget a lot of things now as well. I can't concentrate properly. I know it might happen to a lot of us, but when you think of something, you think, oh, I'm going to do that in a minute, and then like before you go to do what you want to do, you forget what you're going to originally was going to do. So if I say like, oh, in 5 minutes time, I'm going to go out and turn my washing machine on to do my washing. Well, before then 5 minutes actually expire, I might completely forget about it and not even remember about it, kind of thing. Because like that's the thing that happens to us when we get older. We tend to forget a lot of things, don't we? Getting old is a pain in the arse. Right, pain in the arse. But I ain't done no paranormal. I've not been out anywhere. I've not even been to my bushcraft this year. I did go last year. No, actually, I did go earlier this year. Yeah, I did go earlier this year. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I went now because I wanted to check up on the camp. And I decided to buy some new padlocks because the ones on the lock were getting rusty, and I had to keep taking WD-40 up there with me to like wiggle the keys in to get the lock unlocked. When I went up there, I found out Ron, who was the original guy, let me up there, who gave me permission to do metal detecting and bushcrafting. He actually died, and I didn't know that at the time because when I got up there, I was going, hello, anyone here? And I saw his daughter. I went, hello. I said, where's Ron? She goes, oh, we've been trying to contact you. I said, what's wrong? He goes, oh, one died. Oh, fucking hell. Last time I saw him was probably about 2 years ago, I think. And like when she told me, it kind of hit me a little bit. I thought, no, you're joking. She goes, yeah. I can't remember how he died. I think he had a stroke or something. I can't remember. But I said, well, you know, do you want me to stop coming up here now? She goes, no, you can carry on coming up here if you want. We're not stopping you. You still got free roam. I thought, well, thanks for that. I said, I'm only coming up to change the locks because, the locks on it keep locking, not opening up. So I went over there, and when I went over, the fucking door had been kicked in. And I thought, well, I still got to change the locks anyway. So, someone, has kicked in the door and, broken into the cabin of mine. I don't know if there was anything missing, but it looked like someone had been, rummaging around. I don't know what tools I had up there. I know I had a machete up there, and I can't even find that. I know I had a couple of axes up there. I think one of the axes had gone as well. So I needed some water. So I went back over to, the girl. And I said, oh, I'll get some water. She goes, yeah, no problems. I said, well, I've just been over there, and guess what? She goes, what? I said, it's been broken into. She goes, no, it hasn't. I said, yeah. She goes, oh, sorry, Steve. I didn't know that. I said, no, it's not your fault. I said, you probably had trespassers on here like you had before. And she did say to me before I went there that she had problems with people trying to break in. I think she said it's one of her ex-employees that she had, that is causing problems. And she said, if you ever see her up here, tell her to fuck off. Call the police if you have to. But she's had problems with stuff going missing from the farm. She don't have as many ponies up there now as well either. The dogs were, them dogs were right pain in the arse. But there weren't no dogs up there this time. So I actually took some food up for the dog and some for the chickens and for the ponies. And she goes, well, we don't have the dogs anymore and we don't have the chickens anymore. So the only thing that she could use was the carrots I took up for the ponies. I said, well, I don't want to take that back, just dump it or give it to someone else, kind of thing. I'm okay with that. But yeah, she was a bit surprised that my little cabin had been kicked in. That's, broken into. I said, look, I can't get up here much anyway now because my knees are hurting too badly. I said, if I can get up here one day, during the summer, then I will do. But it's not guaranteed I'm going to keep coming up here because my knees hurt. And it's limited me, it's kind of limited me to walking around so much, kind of thing. I said, all right, the bus stop is if I left my flat to the bus stop, it would have originally only took me 2 to 3 minutes to get there, but now it takes me up to 10 minutes to get there because my fucking knees hurt so much. And I've got a bloody pigeon step. And then when I get on the bus and get up to here, from that bus stop down to your property, it used to take me any time between 5 and 8 minutes. That's if the gate was open and I can just walk straight through. If not, I'd have to go the long way around through the woodlands and go through the fence. But now, if I do that, that takes me a good 20, 25 minutes to do that. Even if I'm from the bus stop down to here and someone's here to let me through, that takes me about 15 minutes when it used to take me a third of the time, kind of thing. So that's how bad my fucking knees are. And I said, it ain't just my knees and my asthma as well. So I've got to carry my asthma inhaler. I've got to carry, walk with a walking stick. It's just fucking hell sometimes. But so I've not done anything paranormal. I did sell one of my EDI meters to someone who wanted it. I didn't get the full amount I wanted, but I got, near enough to it. So the money went on clothing. Because my clothing, because I keep putting on weight and losing weight, I need clothes in between. Because either some clothes would be too loose for me and some clothes would be too tight for me. So when I actually sold that, I was able to get some more clothes. So now it's in between. So if the clothes that I dig out are too small, or the ones which are too big. At least I've got the ones that will fit me. Yeah, I do need to buy some more clothes actually. I want to get a new pair of slippers because these ones are nearly at it. I need to buy some more jeans. Um, I want to buy a winter coat as well, like a nice thick thermal one, because it is winter now, isn't it? So I need to get a new coat. I did buy some. Well, it's like a set, so kind of like a beanie hat with like a scarf thing that you put over your head, around your neck, and a pair of gloves, and it says men, women. I bought those the other day, and like fucking shit. I can't send them back because I've already used them. I could send them back, but they're okay for like temporary. If I'm just going to nip down the shop, 10. Well, it takes me about 10 minutes for just walk up around the fucking shop. To be honest with you, sometimes longer than that, about 15 minutes. But they're okay. Just to put on. Go up shop and back. If I'm going out shopping, then I need something a bit more warmer. So I've got to look on Amazon and find some more fucking hats, gloves, and scarves, and a new thermal coat. Because my coat that I normally wear, the zipper's broken on it, and the what's it called? Velcro doesn't stick properly. So most of the time when I'm wearing it, it just like falls open. I'm like, that's no good anymore. So I do need to get a new warmer coat. Um, and I need to get some like new shoes as well, like some better warmer shoes for myself. Cause I'm wearing trainers at the moment most of the time, and going out there, sometimes the trainers might leak if it's been raining. I get come home with soaking wet feet. Or it ain't been raining, my feet will get fucking cold. So I need to start buying some more fucking clothing, to be honest with you, and get rid of some of the old stuff that I don't use anymore. Got like a little lump on my fucking eyeball, and it's bloody itchy and painful. Well, tonight for dinner, I had half a packet of bacon rashers with a lump of cheese. So I couldn't be bothered to cook. Because I did have Chinese last night, actually. I had a big Chinese. I knew I was going to be hungry tonight, but I had these bacon rashers and a lump of cheese. And I tell you, don't eat bacon rashers with a lump of cheese. It gives you a horrible taste in your mouth. Well, it did for me. Fucking horrible. So I stopped eating them. I've ate the cheese. I've got a new lump of cheese in the fridge, but I ain't going to eat any more cheese tonight. Not with those. Just don't taste right. So I was going to do a bit of shopping after I went to the hairdressers. Well, I went to Lidl's first and bought some 3 packets of those rashers um, and 2 packets of sweet things like licorice kind of things, which I've not eaten. Um, I did Lidl's first, then I went to the hairdressers. Then I was going to go to. No, I went to Poundland first, got my hair cut. Then I was going to go to the Lidl's on the way home, but I just thought, fuck it, I can't be bothered. I was mainly going to go to get some more of these drinks, the strong ones, Kong Strong, because I do like these. Like, I've got 4 different flavours. I usually get these Tango. No, mango. It's mango and another one, a white can. So I've only got 3 cans left in the cup, well, out in the kitchen now. So I was going to go and get some more of them today, but I felt so fucking tired after I had my haircut. I thought, no, fuck it, I probably might do it tomorrow now. Now, I've got meat in the fridge anyway as well, so the only reason why I had to go out to do my shopping is after I've run out of like food in the cupboard or in the fridge, like me chicken, me pork, cheese, ham, and stuff like that, kind of thing. And my minty humbugs. So that's the only time I go out really. Do a bit of shopping, and that's it. The rest of the time I'm sitting indoors. So I don't do no paranormal. Sometimes I might feel like a breeze around me, but I can't put it down as like anything paranormal. You get those little cold spots. I still like think I can see something moving around at the bottom of the door like that imp kind of thing. Um, say like early this morning, around about 4. No, what time did I go to bed? But yeah, about 4 o'clock. I was just getting comfy, and I felt like if something pulled the slight little tugs on the blanket, but that could have been anything. I like, I'll tell you, like coffee is supposed to make you tired, but it doesn't. It relaxes me sometimes. Coffee, those energy drinks don't really like affect me. It stops. I'll be honest with you, them energy drinks, yeah, helps me in one way because I used to keep going out and getting cups of coffee, um, orange squash, water, whatever, about 6, 7 times a day. And, that was filling my bladder and I kept having to go to, for a pee about a dozen times a fucking day. But now I've cut down because I drink these and I don't drink it like, constantly. I sip it every half an hour. So like I can have a sip now. I opened this up about 2 hours ago and it's like still up to about there because I'm just like doing small sips and it's helping me in one way because like I don't have to keep going out and getting drinks and make me want to go to the fucking piss all the time. It's like, when I'm drinking coffee, the coffee will relax me, but I guarantee you after I finish this, I'll probably need to go for a pee within like 10 minutes after drinking it. I prefer to drink these than Red Bull. Like Red Bull's fucking expensive, and it's like half the size of that can. You're talking, was it £2 a bottle can of Red Bull? No, fuck that. I used to drink the strawberry flavour and the green one of these, but I suddenly just lost like the taste buds for those ones. So I drink the mango one and the other one. And some people do say energy drinks do help you in some way, but not in all the ways. Ah, fuck the prostate. Well, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm getting tired. I've got to take my meds as well. Got to sort my medication out. I've either been taking too much medication or too less medication. I used to have to reorder my prescription online, but I went to the chemist. I said I keep having problems like with my medication. I you were taking too much or too less because sometimes I'm ordering my medication like 3 weeks before I need to order them. Because when I went in here about just over a week ago, I ordered it. I said, can you order it? Or she goes, yeah, okay. And I went in there. I said, my medication ready? She goes, no, you're way too early. I said, I'm either taking too much or taking too less. I can't remember what I'm taking. So she goes, well, we can actually do like a split box for you. And what that is, it's like one of those like boxes where you put medication in, kind of thing. And it says like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they'll actually automatically do that for you. And then like when you get it, you do it like you take it out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's like a 4 week one. And I said, well, can I have 2 months? She goes, no, you can only get it monthly. So I said, well, do that for me then, and we'll try it out. And if I don't like it, I'll have to go back to the 2 monthly, like, because I'll get my medication every 2 months now. Because it used to be a bit of a pain in the arse going there every fucking month, especially when I was running out, kind of medication. And they said, no, you're not ready for it yet, or you're supposed to have that last week. I said, yeah, I know I'm supposed to have it last week, but I've been too fucking ill to do it, get out and collect it. So I usually try to get my medication when I go out to do my shopping. So it saves me doing 2 different trips, kind of thing. So if I ain't got no food in the cupboard, I'll ring up the chemist and I'll say, like, is my medication ready? She goes, well, it's going to be done in like tomorrow or a couple of days' time. Depends on when I ring them up, because it's usually done on a Monday or Tuesday. So if I ring them on a Friday and they say, well, yeah, it's there, and I ain't got much food in the cupboard or fridge, then I can go out and get my medication and my shopping at the same time. If they say no, but I still need to do my shopping, I'll have to go out and do my shopping. Then if the chemist is open, I say, like, when's it going to be ready? And they say, like, coming Tuesday. I've got to go back out on fucking Tuesday to get my medication. But then I might nip into Lidl's to get any other stuff I might need. So sometimes it's like two visits to Lidl's each week, each week. No, it's not each week. See, my medication is like once every 2 months. Well, I still go to Lidl's once a week anyway. Yeah, once a week I'll go to Lidl's. And it's once, once a week for Lidl's, and it's once a month. Well, it might be once a month for my medication now, but it used to be once every 2 months for my medication. But now we're going to try it, this split boxing. It's going to be once a month. So then I can get that when I go to Lidl's. Oh, someone's asked me if I'm going to be sending off some of my gear. The only thing might probably start selling off. The only things I might be selling off is some of the dolls. I don't know yet. I've got so much work, so much sorting out I need to do. The dolls are tucked way in the back, behind all the box of the games I've got, because I did go crazy buying a shitload of games. I started buying like games which are all scratched up, kind of thing, which you wouldn't even be able to run. Like this one's a shitty Viva one anyway, but these are so scratched up, it's unbelievable. But I did have a behind me, the JFJ. It did kind of clean them up in one way, but not as good as I wanted them. Especially when you try to trade them in with CX, you clean them up, you take them to CX, and they say, well, there's still a few scratches there, we can't take them. So I saved up and I bought myself a Hybrid disc cleaner, and that does do the fucking trick. Like sometimes you can put this in the JFJ 3 or 4 times, run it through 3 or 4 times before the disc will look a bit more kind of like respectable. But when you got the Hybrid, you can put that in for a couple of minutes, and it uses less product than it does with the JFJ. But the thing is, the product that you buy for the Hybrid disc cleaner, disc repair cleaner, it is a lot more expensive. And I mean a lot more expensive. But it does the job properly, or near enough properly. So what I do sometimes is that, so I don't have to run the Hybrid as much as I was originally, I can put this in the JFJ, run it through a light sander, because what happens, it runs through the sand and it scuffs it all up, makes it look, worse than it is, but it isn't. It's taking off the top layer. It's just grinding the layer off slightly. And then once I've done it with that, I'll put it in high bird for like a minute, and then it buffs it up and cleans it and makes it all nice and shiny again. So it does actually do, it's a little bit of a longer process of doing, but it really does make the disc a lot more fucking clean. Some of these discs where it's been so bad, it looks like, someone's like scraped it along the floor or along the wall, a bus or a truck's run over it. And like, you put it in these, and within like 2 to 3 minutes, it's like a shiny mirror kind of like reflection on it again. You're thinking, wow, that is fucking crazy. And you put it in. Well, what I was doing before I got the Heiberg one, I was doing it with the JFJ. But before I put it into JFJ, I put it into the console to see if it worked. They say like unable to read the disc, or disc not, accessible, or replace the disc or something like that. But as soon as I put it in JFJ and done it the longer way, it would play the game, but sometimes the game would freeze because it still had some of the scratches on it. But now I've got the 2 disc cleaners. I put it through this one for like 30 seconds with the sander, and then I put it through the Highbird with the sander, because it's got its own sander and polisher. So you put it through the sander for like 30 seconds, then you change it over for the polishing pad, and you put it in for a minute, and then it's all done. It comes out nice and clean, like a baby's bum. Well, how do you know? Because I had 3 kids and I had to wipe their fucking asses when they shitted themselves. So like, let's, I've got so many discs that need to be cleaning. I've not even bothered doing it. I've got so lazy doing that as well. I've just been playing the games. If there's a game that I want to play and it needs cleaning, then I'll clean it, and then play it. Because I was buying the games like these, just like that, off eBay, cheap. Because they say, really scratched. So I thought, well, even if they're really scratched, people are selling these like games separately. Like these are all Fever games, right? Let's say I wanted Fever 10, for instance. I've never played a Fever game in my life, but saying if I want to play Fever 10, a good condition disc, right, would be just the disc alone, £4 or £5, off eBay. But if you could get a bunch of discs, which people are saying that, it's lightly scratched or badly scratched, and it's got Fever 10 in with like about 8, 10, 20 other discs with it, and they're selling them off cheap for like 5 or for 20 discs. I was actually buying them so I could actually resurface them myself, and then what I would do then is see if anyone's got any empty cases, like a case for Fever 10 with the inlay and manual for a couple of quid, kind of thing, and then I buy that, and then I'd put them both together and make it a complete box kind of thing, And I have done that with quite a few games. I've got so many games that need to be sorted out. And some people say, well, why don't you sell them? I do want to sell them, but I just can't be arsed at the moment, I'm thinking about starting, like trying to sell a few next year, but when I don't know yet. The only thing is, I say I have sold is one EDI EMS meters, and that money has and will be going towards more new clothing, especially a warm fucking coat. But anyway, I'm going to go. Cheers for coming on. I know it's been a bit of a boring, shitty chat, but just thought I'd let you know what's been going on. And future-wise on this channel, there won't really be nothing really on the channel. Just like little chats, updates. Just the same old boring bullshit chat. if I do get into the paranormal again, I don't know if I will or not, but if I do, you'll get to know about it. I always wanted to go back and check out some of the cemeteries again, but so I couldn't do it this year because my knees were hurting too fucking badly. It's only like 2 months ago I went to the hospital for X-rays, and you know, yeah, I've definitely got arthritis in my knees because it's on the letter. Because when they do X-rays, they send you a letter of if and when you need a operation, if you need one. And I said, well, you don't need one now, but you might need one in the future, kind of thing. And there's nothing that they can do to make it feel better. I'm not even on proper medication for them. All I'm using is like fucking paracetamol at the moment. Hello, girl. I'm just going now. I've done my little chat. Boring, shitty, fucked off chat. I was going to I was going to hit you up last week because I was trying to stream one of my old PC games through OBS, and when I was streaming it, when I was viewing it on YouTube, it just gave me so much feedback on the microphone. It's unbelievable. Because when you went through it with me last time, a couple of years ago, I think it was, I stopped. I played gaming for a little while, but then I got fed up with the game, and I fucking deleted OBS and the games and everything. But then I started playing games again, and I thought, well, some of the games I'd like to play, like Subsistence, The Infected. There was one, Miss Survival, but I stopped playing that one because I lost all my profiles on that one. I'm not going to start again on that. Just Survive. And I thought, well, if I was going to play those again, I want to stream them either live or pre-record them, then upload them. And I thought, well, if I do it through OBS, I could stream it live, through YouTube, like I used to. But when I'd done everything that I could remember, but when I tried to put the stream on, it wouldn't stream because it says something about YouTube not connecting. So I went into the settings where my YouTube was, I deleted it, and then recreated it, and then I checked YouTube while I was streaming, and it was working, but I was getting such a weird feedback through the microphone. So, I kept it running as a stream, and I kept going into the settings on OBS. And finally, I did actually sort the damn thing out. I think what it was just the microphone turned up too loud, on the volume. So after turning it down to a third of the way, instead of all the way up to the top, it stopped the feedback. So I did get it actually working. If I hadn't got it working, I would have either tried to give you a shout and got you to help me out, or I would have just fucking not worried about it and just carried on playing on my PlayStation 5. But I don't understand why on my PlayStation 5 when I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, it's just that one game I'm getting that slight little echo in the game, when you're hearing the characters talking to each other, you get a slight little echo. But when I'm playing any other game on the PlayStation 5, I'm not getting it. And I've gone through the settings on that, left, right, and centre, and I have cured it a little bit, but I still get a touch of echo on it. And because with PlayStation 5, you can stream directly to YouTube without having to run OBS or some other fucking streaming software. So I have got it down, but it's still there a little bit, and it's only with Red Dead Redemption. Why, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's in with the guy. I've been watching a lot of other people playing it, and they're not getting that echo. They're getting what I did also used to get was a lot of like pixelization in the game, especially when I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Episode 2 was like fucking diabolical. And then episode 3, it wasn't too bad. Then 4, it was getting better, you know. But I still sometimes get pixelization. I think it's down to the game itself. Even with like Hunter Call of Wild and some of the other games I was playing, you still get some kind of pixelization. I don't know if it's the frame rate or it's down to, you know, YouTube not rendering it properly or the games not rendering properly. I know it's not the internet because I'm running a 1 gigabit connection, and I'm always checking the internet, you know, on PlayStation 5. You know, the download's better than the upload, but you know, the download's like 800 and fucking uploads like really shit around about 150 to 100. And I got my internet cable from the router straight into the back of the PlayStation 5. You know, the RJ45 is not running wired; it's wireless. It's running wired, and that, you know, a lot of people have said, you know, you need to run it wired to get a better connection. Well, I think it's like the game itself, or it's fucking YouTube not rendering properly. I don't know. No, it is better than it was, but if you go onto my gaming channel and watch some of the videos on there, um, you can see, you know, with Red Dead Redemption, you do get that echo kind of thing slightly still, but it is better than it was because you know, I didn't, you know, I don't really watch my videos. You know, I just share it out and, you know, that's it, done. But I started watching a few of them and I'm thinking, fucking hell, the echo on this man is like ridiculous. And I had to like keep watching people's videos and following their videos and still didn't do it. Then someone mentioned about just resetting your PlayStation. I thought, well, I ain't doing that because that means I've got to reset my webcam, I've got to reset the microphone, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. No, fuck that. I went into the game settings and like messed around with the audio and that, and it did kind of like cure it a little bit. You know, it's not 100%. You know, it's like a fast replay. Like if you say hello, it goes hello, hello, how are you, you know, kind of thing. You know, it's like that kind of like slight echo. You know, like hello, hello, hello. It's kind of hard to explain, but you go and watch some of my fucking videos, you'll see what I mean. You know, with the Red Dead Redemption one, but it is only Red Dead Redemption. But they are actually bringing out a remastered version of it next week. Well, not next week, next month, December the 2nd, on my birthday, would you believe? So it is, because Red Dead Redemption is running under 30 frames at the moment, 30 FPS apparently. Some people might get it a little bit better through PC version, but I'm running it on PlayStation. And I think PlayStation is only 30 frames per second. But the remastered one is going to be able to upgrade your PlayStation 4 copy to PlayStation 5. So they've not bought the game out for PlayStation 5. But the remastered one is going to be PlayStation 5 upgrade kind of thing. It's not going to be a physical disc. It's going to be an upgrade download kind of thing. Oh, fucking eyes killing me again. Got a spot on my eye and it's like so fucking irritating. So yeah, like they reckon that it's going to be remastered. You can play it on your PlayStation 5, although I do play it on PlayStation 5 because like, you know, my versions are on PlayStation 4. I did start playing Red Dead 1 at first, but then when I saw Red Dead 2, I jumped off that and started playing. I've only done like a quarter of the game on that one. But then I jumped on this one, started playing free roam, and I was finding it difficult to do the naturist because you've got to hit level 5 before you can actually use the like wilderness fire like camping thing. And then I started watching people's videos on the story mode, And I got interested in the story mode. I've completed the alpha, I completed the epilogue, and I'm now on 88.8%, and I'm playing John at the moment. But yeah, so when I was watching some of the videos back, I thought, fucking hell, this Echo is like doing my fucking head in, you know. Pixelization was bad at one time, but that ain't too bad now. So I'm just wondering what's going to be like when the upgrade comes out next month. Because they say it's going to be able to play at 60 frames instead of 30 frames on PlayStation 5. It's also going to be available for Switch. It's going to be available apparently for mobile. And you can also play it free if you got it on Netflix account. So if you've got a Netflix subscription, it's going to be on Netflix for you to play. But I'm hoping they're going to bring it out on disc, because then I can have it with my original game disc, because I've got Red Dead 1 and 2 on PlayStation 4. I've got Red Dead 2 on Xbox One. And then I've got Red Dead Redemption 1 on Xbox 360. And I've got Red Dead Redemption The Undead on Xbox. And I've not played them on any of the other consoles apart from PlayStation 4. It's Cat 45, I think. I did buy some cat cables not long, well, earlier in the year, I think it was. Oh shit! I've got to log into my fucking Amazon. Right. Need a code for Amazon. Oh, for fuck's sake. How many more times I've got to put my PIN code in? Well, I'll go to my listing, orders. Right, so the last ones were Ethernet cable, 2 meter Cat 8 internet network LAN cable, Cat 8 gigabyte, 40 gigabits, 200 megahertz, braided patch cord, RJ45, connect for PlayStation 4, 5, faster than Cat 6 and Cat 7. So it's a Cat 8, and it's $6.99 for 2 meters. And that's what I've got it connected to. That is running from the PlayStation to the router. So yeah, it's Cat 8, RJ45. It's not the one that I last bought. It's still a Cat 8. Yeah, it is the same one. Here's the one that I bought. Pardon me, but I'm just thinking, like, is it the internet that's giving me that little bit of pixelization, you know, when you run it back from, or when you're watching it on YouTube? Is it not buffering the game properly? You know, what's causing the echo? And I've done the microphone. I did that through my PlayStation in-game settings, and I've done it in the normal PlayStation 5 settings. And I say it was kind of like ridiculously bad at one time, but I've got it down so it's like a slight echo and not a constant kind of echo. So it ain't as bad as it used to be, but I don't know. Yeah, and it's only on that one game as well. You know, I watched so many fucking videos on it as well on how to like stop echo. And it still comes through echoey sometimes. We'll get my meds out before I forget them. No, yes, so with the OBS, I believe I've got that working okay now. But I don't really play PC games much anyway now. I just thought I'd give it a go because I had an update on it. I thought, well, if I'm going to install the update, I'll stream it and see, you know, if there is any difference in the game. Well, and if there is any difference, you know, I can say, like, in the stream, well, you know, this is the difference to the game itself, you know. I've not read the update logs or anything, but this is what I'm seeing myself in the game. And I only done it for an hour. But before it started working okay, and I got the volume, you know, the microphone echo like done properly. I actually done it like 2 or 3 test attempts. I can't remember if I did it private or public, but when I was getting the echo coming through, I thought, well, you know, this ain't no good. You know, I can't stream this. So I was closing down the streams, and then I was like mucking around with the settings a little bit, and then like I'd do another stream and see what it's like while streaming it, and suddenly it started working a bit more better. I can't remember what game that was actually. I think that was Infected, I think. Because I said they had new features on it or something. I can't fucking remember. Because I was originally going to download Red Dead Redemption on PC as well, but they want 90 quid for it. You know, like, hang on a minute. So I could have got it off Steam a few weeks back because I had it on sale. I think it was like 30 quid for the Ultimate Edition. And with that, you got like Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2 Ultimate. Then you had like some of the upgraded stuff like the weapons and the coats and all that shit with it. It was originally £30. And then like I thought, well, would I really want to play it again like on PC? The only reason why I was going to buy it on PC because like there's some mods out there, and so I've been watching a lot of like them Red Dead Redemption where they like go around doing weird shit, you know, like blowing people up, blowing them, you know, well across the fucking map with a stick of dynamite. You know, I'm sitting there pissing myself laughing. I thought I could probably do that myself, you know, kind of thing. But then I thought, well, hang on, it's buying the game again, and then like you got to buy the mod as well. Then I'd have the hassle of installing the mod. Is it really worth it? So I kept pondering about it. I thought, you know what, I might give it a go. And I went back to Steam to fucking buy it. And suddenly it shot to like 80, 90 quid. I thought, fuck, am I paying that for it? No bloody way. I think the full version is like £99 on Rockstar. I thought, no way am I paying that for it. No fucking way. You know, I think I'd rather just carry on playing it through, you know, PlayStation 5 and keep getting killed all the time. Because the only reason I would probably buy it on PC and the mods is so I won't keep fucking dying and losing all my shit all the time. Especially like when you're going around hunting for like, you know, legendary pelts and stuff like that, and like level 3 pelts go and like, you know, make your special clothing and shit. So every time you die in that game, you lose all your pelts. All your guns and everything's there, but you lose all your pelts, and you've got to like start all over again unless you've got a saved point in the game before you got killed. Then you can just reload the game in, and then you got all your pelts back. And I'm thinking, like, I could actually sit there and like fuck around with a mod and like, you know, do some of these videos like these other people are doing. But when I went to go and buy it and it shot back up to like 90 odd quid, I thought, nah, fuck that. I know you can buy it on eBay for about, I think, £20, £25. But they say it's the ultimate, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the basic. And I've been ripped off eBay, you know, by eBay sellers a couple of times by buying some like games that's supposed to be like run under Steam, but you can't actually install it under your normal Steam account. It's a pre-made account that you got to fuck around with, you know. And I'm not doing that again. Instant gaming. Let's check that out. Instant gaming. Yeah, but you know, there used to be a website I used to find, and you was able to download like some of the older versions of the games, you know, really cheap. PC platform, Rockstar, Salt Boy. Vice. Red Dead. Right, they got Red Dead Redemption Switch. But I can't be putting the Switch version on because it's not out yet. Right, Red Dead Redemption 2 Unlimited Edition PC. £13.66. So that's cheaper than fucking eBay. But the thing with that, right? See, the Unlimited Edition is £13.66. And you get Red Dead Redemption 2, Bank Robbery Mission and Gang, Dapple Black Thoroughbred, the Nevada Purser Gunslinger Outfit, Talisman and Medal gameplay bonuses, 4 more, free access to additional weapons, exclusive story mode, bonus content. That's your unlimited, or the ultimate. The special is £15.52. But you get less than that. Why do you get less on a special edition? And that's £15.52, and you get more on the unlimited edition. And the thing with this, if I was to order, is this like a direct download, or is it like a Steam thing where they create the account for you, or what? Because I don't want them creating an account under Steam. That's one thing I don't want, is another Steam account. I'll actually bookmark that page. Bookmark it under my Red Dead. So I've got quite a few different versions. I've got like Red Dead Online PS5, Red Dead Online PS4. But how can they be saying it's online? Well, they say it's out of stock. It will be out of stock because it's not fucking available yet, is it? So they got one there which it says Red Dead Redemption PC Steam. Red Dead Redemption Online Rockstar. Red Dead Redemption 3 PC. Red Dead Redemption PC is not even out. They say release date 2026. It's not guaranteed to be about 2026. They've not even started the production of it. They're actually apparently getting people to work for them to do the game. See, the one at 15, it don't tell you. It says it's Steam Deck verified, single player, online PvP, online co-op, configuration, but it doesn't say how you download it. That's what I understand. So if I knew exactly how you would get the game for PC, then it says digital download, right? But, hang on, let's go back to the one I was looking at. So they got one here, which they say is that's Xbox X. PC mode. That's Xbox. We'll see if I can ultimate. Yeah, £13. It says digital download, but is it download that downloads, the whole game, which is probably about 20, 30 gig or whatever it is, onto your PC, straight like that? Or are they actually doing it so they create an account for you under Steam, and then you log into Steam under their own account? Countries compatible, see the list. How to activate your game. Right, hang on. So, how to activate your game, Rockstar. Rockstar game launchers. Download and play the latest Rockstar game PC titles. So you have to create an account, I suppose, under Rockstar with your PC. And then you click download, maybe. Oh, hang on. Right, so clicking on that link, how to activate your game, Rockstar. Click on that, it brings up a screen saying Rockstar Game Launcher. Download and play the latest Rockstar game PC titles. Once the client is installed and has started, log in with your username and password. Create one if needed. So I would have to create a username and password under the Rockstar Launcher social club account here. Once that has been done, click at the top right on the tab store, then activate code. So this instant gamer is only issuing you a code by the looks of things. And once you get the code, you go to Rockstar, create an account. Once you create an account, then you redeem your code, which is probably emailed to you from Instant Gaming, maybe. Please enter your Rockstar activation code. A valid internet connection is required to process. So you'd enter the code, check, and if it accepts it, it will then come up with a screen and say install now. Because it's showing you like a image of Grand Theft Auto 5. So that is for Grand Theft Auto 5. There is a link there for Rockstar Games downloader. So I could download that for now. Let me download that and install it. Set this to shitty terms. Rockstar Game Loader. Close. Let's pin that. Don't know why half my fucking tabs keep getting screwed up. Wemod's supposed to be over there. Rockstar can go over there. Yeah, so I would have to create an account. Accept all. Create a new account. Yeah, I'll do that later. Where'd that go? It's over there. So what I'd have to do is create an account first on Rockstar and then put in an activation code if I decide to buy it. Because the only reason I was thinking about buying it is to probably download some mods so I won't keep dying all the time. All right, catch you later. Thanks for coming on anyway, yeah. I'll speak to you some other time. Let me click on that. Red Dead Redemption PTIN 2 mods. Yes, I could try that. Oh, that Nexus mod works now. I tried that Nexus mod the other day and it won't work. Oh. Redneck launcher add-on. Horse pack. See, the thing is, downloading a mod, that would give me a headache to do. Driscoll outfit. More Colombian tall trees. No, I'd want one of those mods where I can just go around and spawn people in. They call it the ragdoll, I think. Thing is, you click on everything and you don't fucking work. Strawberry, Crime and Law, Red Dead Offline, Realistic Combat Overview, Armadillo Classic. Right, no, I'm going to go, so I'm going to check these out, and I'll catch you all later. Have a good one. Good night, everyone. Bye for now.